Good morning, guys. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. It is Wednesday. How's your summer going? My summer is going great. I cannot wait to really have some downtime. Like I usually do the family thing, but I end off the summer usually in August with some nice me time at the beach or up in the Poconos. Like I'm in Pennsylvania. So I hope you guys are having an amazing summer, an amazing week, an amazing Wednesday. So come on in. We are streaming on, of course, LinkedIn and on Facebook. And if you're catching this for the first time, welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. And this is where I share all things personal branding, brand positioning, LinkedIn thought leadership, and mindset. Okay. So I'm here every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And if you're catching this on the replay, I want to hear from you as well. Make sure to use hashtag replay down below in the comments with your question, and I will definitely hit you up. But come on in, guys. Let me know how your day is going. And of course, if you have questions, let me know, right? Today, we're going to talk about your brand story, right? And a lot of times we feel like no one wants to hear our story, no one wants to hear from us. But I'm here to tell you that it is time for you to stop playing small because your brand story is someone else's survival guide. And like I always say, there's a whole community of people who are waiting for us individually to show up in our full brilliance, and they can't move on and step into their purpose until we embrace ours. Okay, so come on in and let's talk about it. We have all heard the phrase that representation matters, right? But let's talk about what that really means, right? Like we throw that phrase around a lot. And while it is true, we need to talk about this in theory and not just in practice. Okay, so if you are a high achieving Black woman specifically, many of us were raised, like I always say, to keep our heads down, work twice as hard. I've heard that. Dion, you gotta work twice as hard. You gotta show up and even how you present, how you dress, and I do like to dress, right? Like you have to do all these things, but at the same time, avoid drawing too much attention to ourselves, right? Be humble, be grateful, don't rock the boat, right? And when we finally do make it into rooms our mothers and our grandmothers can only dream of, we're still told either directly or through social cues to shrink. And honestly, it's no surprise that when it comes time to share our wins, when we have to speak up at the table, up on a panel, post about our work, claim our space online, we hesitate. Okay, we question ourselves. We worry that we'll come off as bragging, as doing the most, as centering ourselves too much. But here's what you guys need to hear. Your story is not about self promotion, it is about survival. Survival for the next person. There is someone somewhere trying to navigate the same struggle that you've already walked, the same struggle you've already experienced. And honestly, all of that wisdom that you've collected, all the things that you've learned, and yes, even the hard won, messy parts, that might be the thing that helps them to keep going. Okay, so I want to encourage you guys to just be okay with sharing your story. And if you've been following me for even a little bit, you know that I like to talk about my story a lot, right? So guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. We are talking about how you need to stop playing small. I don't know who this is for, but you need to stop playing small because someone else is depending on your brand story. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, here are just a few nuggets why your story is so vital, not just for your personal brand, but for your community, your brand soulmate, the people that you're out here trying and needing to influence. The first thing that you need to understand is that your story offers proof. It offers proof. And when you share your story, you are giving someone else evidence that it's possible to win without code switching And honestly, code switching, I don't think is always a bad thing. So we're going to put a pin in that. Maybe should I do a whole series on code switching? Because I think there's another perspective. Anyway, I'm gonna put a pin in that. I'm gonna come back to that. But you need to share that it is possible to win without over functioning or without abandoning your true self. You are showing the woman who's thinking of quitting her job that you made it to the other side. You're showing the mom, right, who feels like she's dropping all the balls that balance isn't a myth, right? It just looks different for us. If you're an entrepreneur, you're showing another business owner who's scared to niche down that specificity doesn't limit you, but it actually attracts people, right? So your existence, your journey is proof, and your voice just adds to that clarity. Okay, so please get comfortable talking about the L's. The L's are not just losses, the L's are lessons, right? The wins and everything in between. Guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. It is Wednesday. If you're just joining us, we are talking about how you need to stop playing small and why your story is someone else's survival guide. Your story, as I always say, is good for business, and people remember you when you show up and share your brand story. Number two, your story builds trust. If you're just joining us, let me know what questions you have about brand stories, right? I teach all of this in my program, the Brand Brilliance Intensive. I love helping people getting comfortable in their skin and just talking about their journey. But your story builds trust, right? I want you to think about the last time you felt instantly connected to someone online, right? Was it because of their credentials? Probably not, right? I can remember one coach in particular who I've worked with. I connected with her because she shared her journey of feeling like she was tethered to her desk at her 9 to 5, like she was on a hamster wheel. That resonated with me so, so deeply. I had no idea what her credentials were, right? And if you've connected with someone online, it's likely because they shared something that resonated, right? They shared something honest, something real, they were vulnerable. And that moment when they admitted that they had to start over, or that they cried in the bathroom at work, or that they finally raised their rates so that no one would blink, right? And that transparency is what builds community. It's not about perfection, it's about truth. And when you are honest, transparent, and truthful, people connect with that, right? We are in this big age of social media where people are just showing you the highlight reels. We don't need any more curated highlight reels, guys, right? We need more women saying, here's what it took to get there. When I didn't feel like showing up, here's all the mindset hurdles that I was dealing with. That's the kind of leadership that inspires loyalty to your brand and action to your brand to make people want to work with you. Okay. Guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. We are talking about your brand story and how you are not leveraging your brand story to connect with your soulmate, your brand soulmate, and how that is someone else's survival guide. All those things that you've gone through personally, professionally, it is for a reason. And so you have to get out there and share that. Okay. Number three, just know that your story creates opportunity. Opportunity. The more you show up, the easier it is for the right people to find you. And I'm going to even go further to not just say the more you show up, but the more consistently you show up, right? We assume that talent alone is going to open doors, but what actually opens doors is visibility, right? People can't hire you, refer you, partner, collab with you if they don't know who you are or what you stand for. So that story that you're sitting on, that is your currency to getting those opportunities. Your story is what makes you memorable, and your voice is what makes you magnetic. So if you want to get invited to to have speaking engagements, to get invited on panels, you have to share your point of view. If you are an entrepreneur who wants to land clients or opportunities, career opportunities, share your values. If you want to attract people who respect your boundaries, your rates, and your genius, share your journey. And it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be a doom and gloom type of story. It just has to be true and authentic. Okay. Guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. If you're just watching us for the first time, welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. We're talking about all things personal branding, brand positioning, a little bit of mindset, LinkedIn, which is my absolute favorite tool still, and mindset. And today we're talking about your brand story and why your brand story matters. If you are not leveraging your brand story, I am here to tell you that you're just playing small, right? Because there is someone out there that needs to know more about you. Okay. Number four is that your story is bigger than you. Your story is about you, but it's not really about you, right? Every time you speak up, you are making it easier for the next brilliant Black woman to do the same. The one who's hiding in the shadows, who's okay with working with her head down. So your story is really about disrupting silence. You are challenging erasure. You are reminding people, especially those younger Black women who are watching you, that our stories are worth telling and that our voices are worth hearing. You are now a mirror, a lighthouse. You are that permission slip. How about that? So, not because you have it all figured out, but because you're showing up anyway. Anyway, I want you to show up anyway. And if you are, watching my videos, if you're consuming, my content, if you're on my email list, I talk about alignment. Professional alignment says that, yeah, I'm here to use my talents and my gifts and my smarts, right, to earn a living, but I'm also being called to leverage my vocation at a deeper level, to leverage it because I'm being called. This is like purpose filled work, right? And so when you know that you're being called in your professional purpose, you know that your story is bigger than you. And you might be saying, well, Dion, this is all nice, but where do I start? You start by posting a reflection, a short reflection about something that you've learned this year. You can share, and if you look on my social media pages, you can share a before and after moment, whether it's professionally, emotionally, and financially. Last Thursday, I shared a really vulnerable moment for me where I was struggling with my health, right? I posted a before and after photo and people appreciate that. It's not about showing up polished, but show people the journey. Talk about a challenge that you've overcome that has helped shape who you are now and how you show up now. Write about the why behind your business or behind your career pivot. And if that little voice in your head whispers, nobody wants to hear this, I want you to remind yourself that someone is praying for the clarity that you already have. Someone is navigating what you have already survived. And honestly, someone is waiting for the proof that success doesn't require self betrayal. Sis, you are the proof. Stop playing small, say the thing out loud, okay? Write the post, share the truth, tell your story. This is not um, about perfection, and it's not just about you. It never was. Okay. So if you're just joining us, you have to go back up to the top because we just dug into reasons why your story, your brand story, your journey is someone else's survival guide. Okay. And if you're catching this on a replay, I would love to hear from you. Use hashtag replay with your question or your comment. Now, guys, next week, is it next week? Yeah, next week on August 15th. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Week after next. I am hosting my free LinkedIn masterclass. Now, if you know anything about me, I help my clients share their story, share their brilliance on my favorite social media platform, LinkedIn. I'm hosting this free workshop, How to Turn Your LinkedIn Profile into a Lead Magnet. This session is for you if you it's for you if you know you have something brilliant and amazing to share. You want to get in on that LinkedIn game, but you're not sure where to start. You're ready to stop lurking and start leading. You're tired. how about this, of watching less qualified people land the job roles or the business clients you know you deserve. Maybe you've updated your LinkedIn profile a million times and you are still stuck. If you want to use LinkedIn as a lead magnet, a revenue driving, reputation building tool, and not just a resume graveyard, head on over to linkedinleadmagnet.com. This is what I'm going to break down in this class. Okay. This is not fluff. I am going to show you in just an hour simple yet effective steps that you can take to take your LinkedIn profile from boring to just a strong lead magnet, something that does the attracting for you. I'm going to show you how to talk about very clearly and confidently without cringing. Talk about what you do, whether you are in the C suite or running your own business. I want to teach you how to position your brilliance in a way that feels real and resonates. Okay. Also, like how to increase your chances of landing that next big business or career opportunity. And I'm also going to cover some key LinkedIn features that you're probably ignoring, but shouldn't be, right? So I'm going to break down all these overlooked sections of your LinkedIn profile that could be costing you visibility and opportunities. And we're also going to tap a little bit into why clarity is the real secret to confidence and cash flow. You don't need to go viral. You just need the right people to recognize your value. And I'm going to show you how. Now, listen, something else that I'm going to do for those who stay on, this is an hour-long session. For those who stay on the session, I'm going to do, time permitting, 2 or 3 real-time LinkedIn profile critiques. You give me your LinkedIn profile. If you're hanging on, right? This is a Friday, and I strategically plan these sessions for Fridays because it's people's light day most times, right? And I'm going to do a screen share, and this session will be recorded. So even if you don't think you can stay for the whole thing, go ahead and sign up. Come on, join us in real time, and you'll get the recording. But I'm going to give real time feedback to 3 people, the first 3 people to hop on this call, okay, and stay on for the duration. So guys, make sure you go head on over to linkedinleadmagnet.com and just know that your brilliance is is deserving of so much more, okay? Guys, I will see you next Wednesday at 12 o'clock and keep shining. Talk to you soon.